So, asante sana Sharon for having me. My name is Nathaniel Mon'Gare. I'm the Director of Communication at the United Democratic Alliance Party, the UDA, because which is the ruling party here. And having me in the office. Yeah.
So how did you get here?
It's quite a long story. I've been involved in the leadership journey. Way back, I've been a student leader at University. I served as the 27th Student Government Council Secretary General of MUSO in main campus. So I owned my leadership skills at a very young age, and I've had very good mentors who have nurtured me and given me a platform to showcase my leadership skills. Then over time in 2022, I ran for Member of Parliament in North Mogirango constituency.
So you have Mheshimiwa?
No, not yet there. Not yet there. But I ran for Member of Parliament. Then I was running under the ANC party, which is now we dissolved voluntarily, and then we joined the UDA. So in the process of discussing the merger between ANC and UDA, we discussed and some positions were earmarked for the former ANC staff, and I happen to be one of them. That's why I'm here.
So how long have you been at UDA?
I've been a member of UDA for the last 2.5 years when we transitioned from ANC. I've also been a director at UDA for the same period. I started by serving as the Director of Political Affairs, Resource Mobilization and Diaspora. Then I was transitioned to be the Director of Communication.
That is nice. So what are the challenges that you face at United Democratic Alliance as the head of communication?
Yes. Of course, like any other assignment, any other job, there are both opportunities and challenges. It is the nature of life. First of all, I enjoy doing my job because everything that I do it from my heart, and I do it with passion, and I do it well. And I'm a choleric, if you know personalities. So cholerics are people who do things with perfection. So I like to do little things to the best. So I generally enjoy doing my job. It's something that I do willingly. I don't like being forced, and that defines efficiency in what I do on a daily basis. But in terms of the challenges that I face in this job is basically, as the ruling party, there is a huge expectation from the Kenyan people, and that is, it comes with a burden of leadership, because we are the people who went out there to promise in 2022 that we are going to deliver A, B, C, D if you give us an opportunity to be in government. So because of that burden of responsibility, there is a very huge expectation from the Kenyan people in terms of what have you delivered in your election manifesto called the plan. Because UDA formed how do we, that I face is how to adequately explain to Kenyans our delivery of the plan, which is the election manifesto 2022.
As the head of UDA communication, what do you think about the election? What happened? There's a problem with the party.
So largely because of the by-election, the late MP when he died, an opportunity arose. And remember, he was a member of the Jubilee Party. So it was Jubilee that was actually defending the seat. It was not a UDA seat. It was a Jubilee seat, and they were defending that seat. In fact, we were ahead of Jubilee in the outcome. We did perform as per our expectation, because when we go into any electoral contest, our expectation is always to win. We've won the last 9 parliamentary by-elections, and this was one of those attempts that we wanted to win that election. Unfortunately, we didn't win. We count it as a loss. There are lessons we've learned, and we know now how to strategize better ahead of the next election.
So some of the Kenyans, after the by-election that happened in Olkalau, some Kenyans are not speaking, but UDA seems to be quite an expensive party of how you guys spend at Olkalau. Yes. So do you think that is going to affect the coming elections, the big elections in 2027?
So you seem to be referring to the investment that we made in Olkalau. So there are two things here to distinguish. First, the executive side of the government, they've been doing some projects, especially different ministries. Like I mentioned, for example, the Ministry of Road. The Ministry of Road is currently implementing a 37-kilometer road in Ngorika to Kajiriri in Olkalau. That project started way before the by-election. If you go to Olkalau town, there is an affordable housing program that started in September 2024. That project is ongoing. It is not determined or linked to the by-election. If you check, for example, the connecting the households in Olkalau to the national grid, it is a project that is already earmarked in the last connectivity project of connecting the people across the country, and particularly the people of Olkalau. So it happened that it is a coincidence that the by-election came, and we needed to accelerate the implementation of those projects so that the people can see the need that the candidate we were selling was a candidate for development. We were saying a vote for Machine is a vote for development. And we needed to demonstrate that. Yeah.
So what are the lessons that you get from that?
Mobilization. So next time we now know we need to mobilize better, and we need to listen to the people, and we need to hear what they are saying.
So in terms of mobilization, you mean that you guys were not doing enough to mobilize people?
Definitely we did do enough. That's why the results speak for the way they are. So next time we need to know that how do we need to mobilize and what is the language that we need to listen to. So you can be sure that next year, August, we will be fielding a candidate in Olkalau after our nominations in March next year.
It's still going to be Machine again or
So there will be nominations. March next year we are doing party nominations across the country for all electoral seats. So whoever will be the candidate of the party following the nominations next year will be the one we are going to field. That will be sure.
And now let's come back to you again. Are you still going to vie on MP?
No.
You're satisfied?
No, I'm not running. And I'm not satisfied with the ambition. I'm a man with ambition, but I know how to control my ambition. So I have many things that I want to achieve in my life, but I also know that I have time on my side. I have the advantage of time, and I'll achieve them in the fullness of time, and in God's time. You know, God is a person of all seasons, and He never misses one. So my time will come for greater responsibilities.
As the head of communication, what do you have to tell the people of Kenya?
Yeah.
Because they watch this video first and they are listening. You see, now there is a lot of confusion after what happened to Olkalau. A lot of speculations are going on.
So first of all, I want to tell you that the outcome in Olkalau will not determine how government delivers service to the people of Olkalau and the Kenyan people. We've made a decision that we are not going to exclude any part of this country. Inclusivity is part of the policy of UDA. If you see how government is distributing the development of projects, it is across all the counties in Kenya. I can give you a simple example. We are building 500 affordable housing markets for Mboga across all the counties in Kenya. We are not discriminating. The more than 215 affordable housing construction sites are being done in each and every county in this country. So I want to assure the people of Kenya that discrimination is not part of the policy of UDA. If you check the 6,000 new kilometers of tarmac that is being done in the country, every constituency there is a road tarmacking program that is going on. If you check the Millennium Summit that is currently ongoing, it is touching on many counties, from Kiambu, Nairobi, all the way to Nakuru, and it's going to extend to in Malaba. So it is an assurance that the outcome of one by-election will not inform the government policy of excluding the population. Thank you, Sharon.